Talk. I'm Brennan, and I'm here with Joker Boy.
What up, what up?
How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's what's up.
So we got your album, the Joker Boy Experiment.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I love the cover. I love the album cover.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Who designed the album cover?
So I actually designed it, but there's a girl that goes by the name Miss Biz. I worked with her from my hometown, Toledo, Ohio. She lives in Florida now, doing the same thing, upgraded, doing her photography. But she actually did the photo shoot for me. And if you could take a look, like on the side of my face and on the side of my arm, there's like a little bit of blood kind of stuff there. Like she was the one who kind of did the fake blood to, kind of put their stuff, and it was like all sticky and shit. But she was able to do it up for me exactly how I envisioned it. Yeah. And then, from the album, like down to the hard copy, like you can even see like how the thing kind of overlaps over top.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's pretty lit.
I didn't even see the inside.
Yeah, and it has a track list on the inside.
Oh, that's awesome. You really see like people putting like this much effort into their packaging for the CDs anymore.
I know, right? And with the cardboard, it actually, those are pretty, they've taken a beating, but they've stayed true.
Well, I think I like the cardboard more than I like the plastic. That plastic always cracks.
Right,
and then it gets smudgy and nasty
and it's
looking.
overplayed for real. It's overplayed. Everybody uses it.
It's simple. It's flatter. It's smoother.
Be a little more creative with it.
Yeah, definitely. I would say I really enjoyed the album. I really liked the vibe of it.
I appreciate it.
I really thought. I mean,
means a lot.
both the lyrics and the beats. I really like the beats. Almost could have stood alone by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They were both. I thought they were both. I was into both of them. And I really liked. Also, I really liked the two. I know two of the features you had. I don't know. One of them was because actually was one of my favorite song, which was "Real Shit," Mikey J.
My boy from
You
Toledo,
both killed
Ohio.
that one. I thought that was fantastic. And then I loved. Did they do? I think they did the chorus on "Bad Women and Warm Nights."
Yeah, Felice Sophie.
Yeah,
another hometown friend of mine.
Yeah, no, she was great. I loved the chorus. I thought that was wonderful.
Yeah, so those are two of the I would feel like the stronger songs on the project, which is why I had them earlier, in the selection. But for sure, like Mikey, I think wrote his verse the day in the studio we recorded it. And then Felice Sophie, he just came over one night and we just vibed out to the song. He just made a quick hook and then we just recorded it in the basement actually.
Yeah, that's what I was going to actually ask you is when it comes to something like where someone else is doing the hook, is that something that you write or that they write typically?
So honestly, how I am creatively, like I like to, if I'm working with a person, I like to blend as much as my talent as possible with the person I'm working with. Yeah. So usually I would like to sit down with them and kind of come up with something on the spot, kind of just feel how they feel they would do on like a hook, or if I'm giving them the verse, just kind of see where they go with it. And then I take, that, and then I put whatever I'm going to do on top of that, have them go back, finish what they do, and then I'll go back in and then finish everything. So it's kind of like a good mix of
that way it's not just all your voice. It's you get a little bit of their input and their like what they bring to the table as an artist.
Exactly, and it kind of makes a better vibe for the entire song instead of it feel like it's very choppy how it goes from one artist straight to another, and it kind of kills, if not completely switches the vibe of the song. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's kind of what I like to do creatively.
What inspired you for this album to make this album?
Well, honestly, so when I was a freshman at UT at University of Toledo, I met a group of friends who actually were like just doing stuff in their bed in their dorm and stuff. So I made my first song there, and it was like probably one of the best songs like I still made to this day, like performing wise. Yeah. But that gave me the inspiration to kind of jump more into it. Yeah. And then one night at my cousin's house, he had randomly got this beat pad, just this machine beat pad with like 16 pads on it, and a MacBook Pro. And he just had it, and he was like, I just wanted to buy it, cousin. I was like, okay. So I jumped on it and was like playing with it and stuff, and I made the bass line for Bad Women and Warm Nights. Actually, I made the entire beat for Bad Women and Warm Nights that night. like when I was just first messing with the pad, like they made the bass line and everything. And he was like, well, I mean, it's just here. So I literally used that machine that he had to make all of the songs on the project, and just busted them out in his basement.
Okay, so you produce and you do your own writing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. This entire project I made all the beats for, and I wrote pretty much everything for unless it was a feature.
Okay. Wow. How long were you working on this album for, would you say?
It's been a minute since it's been made, but I'd say creating it was probably from the time I made the first beat to the time I said it was done, probably about a year and a half. Okay. I'd say it took some time. There was like different processes that I had to get through, from learning how to make the beat and then getting to the fact where it's able to be able to put lyrics on, and then coming up with the lyrics to put on it, and then coming up with the mastering and all that other stuff. So it took some time, but overall, like it came out exactly how I wanted it to come out.
That's perfect. Mm-hmm. Is it difficult to know when the song or when the project is done? And if so, like, how do you know?
Well, for me, it's like, I'd say it's never really fully done, because each song is kind of like, its own entity. But I'd say you get to a point where you're just like, okay, I think it's ready to go. Like it's completely ready to go. And then you just put a deadline on it and you stick to it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Being disciplined and actually releasing it when it's time.
Exactly.
You just got to let it go eventually.
Exactly. And working with this project, I've kind of learned more how to make sure whatever you're planning on releasing, making sure you have everything together, and then kind of putting that date on it so you don't have any issues with,
So is this your first full album?
Yes, this is my first full project. Yeah,
okay.
First full album.
Now I think you were saying that the first song you were working on was the Bad Women and Warm Nights?
Yes, Bad Women and Warm Nights. I actually came up with the bass line for that when I was staying in New York at my friend's studio. He let me just play on some stuff. Yeah. And I was like, the bass line for that. And I was like, that just stuck with me. And the next year is when that basement happened with my cousin. And so I was like, okay, so I kind of know what to go with when I'm trying to learn this thing.
So you were sitting on that for a little bit.
Exactly. It's been stuck there. So Bad Women and Warm Nights was like the perfect combination to me. That bass line sticking and coming up with the instrumentation that you'd be able to pull it out and get it out how I wanted to.
It's always interesting looking back on your project and kind of seeing where just the seeds were and where it started. There's a little bit here for a little bit, and you maybe kind of, you don't forget about it, but kind of, that's on the back burner, and then suddenly it pops up again, and now it's, it's grown even more. That's just, I always find that interesting to look back on that.
It's beautiful, man. It's part of the process.
What was the last song that you worked on, or you completed for this project?
Let me see. It's good I got a cheat sheet here. You said the last one would probably have been Let This. It's probably Let This Out. The last one that's on there. A lot of my time and energy was spent on the meat of the project, and towards the end, I had to pull some stuff together to kind of just fill the project out. But I love the songs, and that was just happened to be the last one.
Did you have a set number of songs that you wanted on the project?
I did want 10. I set out for 10.
It's a good number.
Right.
Some good albums had 10.
Right. And I wanted to include an intro, outro, and an interlude to kind of bring the whole project together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it gave me a solid, 7 songs to work with, which is honestly more than enough, especially with where I was at in the process. So.
Okay. Are there any music videos planned for this album? And would you like to plan some?
So honestly, since we're talking, I mean, real shit, since you said it was one of the ones you liked, me and my boy Mikey were planning on shooting a video for this one.
Ooh, okay.
And it was gonna be more of like a short film kind of thing I was going for.
Yeah.
So that may be something we can work out. But
that could be interesting.
Yeah. But real shit, Let Me Get 'Em, I actually do have a video for. It's an older video. It came out when the project came out. And that one's on YouTube. You can go check that one out. Joker Boy Rocks, YouTube, all social media. But yeah, so honestly, those were the only two we were kind of thinking about. But I do have kind of a remix kind of song to Watch Me Dance.
Okay.
That one's actually going to be dropping as well with Joker Boy Circus.
Okay, so I was going to ask you about this. So Joker Boy Circus, I saw it was available to see the album cover, which once again, bravo on the album cover. Was same designer?
Thank you. Yeah, well, yeah,
or same,
I designed it. Yeah.
Same. Did you work with the same person?
No, actually, the person that did the photo shoot for that photo is a friend of mine named Dave. He runs Exhibit 8 Studios down in Detroit.
Okay.
He does photography too, and he actually just brought me out one night and was like, "We'll shoot some photos," and that was one of the shots I got.
Awesome.
So just to work together.
So when will that be available in this country?
So I'm working on that actually. The song is due to release on the 15th of December.
Okay.
And
all platforms again?
Yep, all platforms, everything, and I just have to work on getting that, release over here in the country because, doing it independently, stuff happens. But yeah. I'm going to work that out, awesome. Try to get that out, hopefully when it's due to come out.
Okay, so you said this was a single. This is going to be part of another album coming, or just something to hold us over? Right, so it's going to be something to hold you over. This Joker Boy Experiment is a good project that I love, and there's some good songs in there I'm going to continue to push and promote. Just like you said, work on a couple of videos, and then all my attention is going to be going towards just making a couple singles. And the singles are going to be like Joker Boy Circus, Watch Me Dance Part 2. And then I'm going to release a couple songs because I'm in this production house currently where we can put out some pretty good music. And we're going to push out a couple of freestyles, drop some visuals for that. Oh, that's exciting.
And then just push out some SoundCloud type songs, work with as many people as I can work with. Yeah. And just vibe out.
Awesome. Yeah, just get to work, start grinding.
Exactly. And,
Awesome. Very exciting. So I was going to ask you, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news, but we double as a alien discovery channel here. And some things have been happening with these monoliths. Not sure what those are, but I don't know if you've seen them.
No, I have not.
So it's like one of them was a giant silver, rectangle, three. Yeah, big. In the middle of in the chrome. Yeah, in the middle of the Utah desert, just kind of chilling.
No, I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah, and then it was gone, and apparently there's a video of someone taking it. But then another one popped up in Romania, and then that one disappeared.
What's the timeline for this? Like, how long?
This has been in the last, I'd say, month and a half.
Okay.
And they're around a week apart, maybe ish. And then so it disappeared in Romania, and then another one I believe popped up in California. And I think that was the last I heard of them. I'm pretty sure that one disappeared too. But then the former Israel space security chief came out and said that there's a galactic federation that has a base on Mars. And so what do you think about it?
Well, I mean,
it sounds plausible to me. We haven't been to Mars yet.
I was gonna say, of all the stuff I've heard, it doesn't sound far fetched. You know what I mean? It's more sound down to earth if you really think about it. But
I mean, how crazy is it?
Crazy though.
But how crazy is it really? If you really think about it, like how big this universe is, how old this universe is.
True. Facts, yeah.
I mean, what's crazier than everyone just waking up on this earth and being like, "Shit, we're
organisms,
here."
Yeah. Real shit. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's when you think about it, it's not.
I mean, it's close. I mean, I think they're supposed to be like they're supposed to have a deal with the U.S. government. I think it has something to do with experiments. You know, everyone likes to experiment on us. You know, but yeah. So I think it's just because it's proximity. You know, it's close. You know, I did watch one documentary. I'm going pretty deep on these documentaries. You know, quarantine. What are you gonna do? Yep. And I was watching one documentary that was hinting at the moon possibly being like a space station. You know, yeah, you know, there was like this rumor, or there was like, it was like some tribe in Africa, and they had a story, like, you know, because they passed down their stories, you know, orally, so so they had the stories like that. So they had a story about that the moon appeared in the sky like 12,500 years ago, and before that, the Earth was not tilted, it was straight up. And it was like basically a whole mist, or like a thin layer of mist was around all the Earth, and it was like basically a giant rainforest. And then here comes the moon, which is apparently, according to this is all on, I think, Hulu or Amazon. Amazon accepts anything, it seems like.
Yeah, they got to try and compete.
Yeah, but they said that lizard people brought the moon, which is nothing but a drained dragon's egg. And they parked it right outside Earth, which is, you know, they do say that it is weird that the moon lines up perfectly with the sun to block out the sun, you know, like, that's a bit sketchy. What do you guys think about that? I know, but I'm just asking you. A little bit, a little bit like that.
I can
definitely,
agree with that,
definitely
sure.
Sounds like Scientology. But, you know, that's just what's going on. I mean, what are your thoughts on aliens?
I mean, I try not to do anything or kind of give the energy towards that conversation, I guess, you know what I mean? And all
you don't seek it out.
All of the stuff, exactly. But, you know, the internet is here. So, you know, I run into it, and, you know, who doesn't love Men in Black, you know, and all of the...
Good one. Which one's your favorite, by the way, of the three? Or I think there's 4 now.
There is 4. I haven't seen the last
Neither have I.
one.
It's new characters, though, so we're not going to count it.
Exactly. Thor's in it. I don't know.
I like Thor, though, so I got to give it a chance.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I'm on the fence. But the first one, by far.
Yeah,
I mean, the original Will Smith performance.
True.
I just love it.
I was surprised by the third one.
Yeah.
Because the third one, it like wrapped up a story that I didn't know that I needed wrapped up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's hard for me to remember the movie. It's been a minute since I've seen it.
I'm going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, because by now, like, it was 2012. Come on. It's almost 10 years.
There's already another couple out.
Exactly. So basically what happens is it's about time travel. They go back in time to stop the villain, who can also go back in time. And they meet Will's father. Well, they don't meet Will's father, but they kind of run into Will's father, who obviously doesn't really exist in the story, because I guess he, like, we don't know what happened to him, but they never really bring him up, you know?
Right.
And it turns out that he helped Kay when he was younger and died in the process. Oh. And that Kay, like, I don't think adopted him, but, like, kind of, like, kept an eye on him a little bit.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Kind of like brought... You haven't seen that one?
I don't think I've seen it.
You got to check that one out.
I don't think I have. I've seen the first 2 for sure.
You got to check this one out. It's actually, honestly, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Who's the main 2 characters in it?
It's the same guys.
Well,
actually, it's less Tommy Lee Jones. He's in it, but it's because they go back in time. It's Josh Brolin playing Tommy Lee Jones. So basically, younger Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, okay. I remember seeing trailers and clips. But
it was a good one though. I definitely recommend that one.
Cool. I had to take a look at that.
Now, have you seen anything with this Starship?
The Starship.
Yeah, I think. Which is Elon Musk. He's going to take us to Mars and then to the moon. And then eventually, actually, we're going to use it to fly around the Earth like planes, only faster.
I have not seen that.
It's like,
I have not.
Let me see if I can pull up.
I haven't seen anything with Elon Musk, honestly. For what reason, I don't really know. I'm on YouTube all the time and, you know, Instagram and stuff.
I've been getting into it because of the, I don't know, there's just nothing to do during the pandemic, and it's like, just a nice positive thing, you know?
Right.
Seeing us how we're advancing.
Looks like a dope-ass spaceship, though.
Yeah. You know, it's supposed to fit like 1,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. My friend was telling me about that, though, how he was trying to, like, kind of get people to pay to be able to kind of take trips up there and experience weightlessness and all that stuff. And I just haven't seen it, personally.
That'd be cool though.
Yeah, it does
be
look
weightless.
Cool. Right?
What is your favorite Will Smith movie or TV show? And what is your least favorite?
Ooh. Well, I can honestly say Fresh Prince TV show easy.
Yeah. Classic.
As far as movies, that is a toughie. Especially like later in his career, he's played a lot of, variety of roles.
Yeah.
I just seen what's the latest one he came out? Gemini Man.
Gemini Man. I haven't seen that one yet.
I just seen that.
That's when he's got the younger version of himself, right?
Mm-hmm. It was a lot of people say and I think Rotten Tomatoes, them kind of critics, they rated it not a good movie, but I liked it personally. It was good. Kind of the plot was kind of cliche, but
yeah.
I
think it was
movie.
I think it was one of those movies because that's when they were using the de-aging, I think, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's one of those movies where they're like, we got this really cool technology. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I don't care how we use it, but it's going to be used. Figure this out.
Right. It's like an Avatar tactic, but they rushed it.
Exactly. See, I didn't even like the Avatar. I thought,
really?
it looked cool, but the story, I don't really remember what happened, and I don't remember really caring what happened. I think they're supposed to come out with more.
There is a Avatar 2. It's like 2025 or something. It's just like they're working on it. Yeah. But facts right
all
now.
All of Angelo's films too.
Right. But yeah, they are coming out with another one. But you're right. It's forgettable. It's forgettable.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to tell you my least favorite, and it's what's it called? It was called After Earth. That one, the M. Night Shyamalan one
with his kid.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. Actually.
It wasn't.
I haven't seen it.
Wasn't really good.
I heard it wasn't.
It was
good,
very
though.
just like it was more boring than you'd think.
Really?
Just for considering what they're doing, it was just
right.
And it also felt like kind of. I mean, I'm sure maybe this is what they were going for too. But they have kind of like a weird relationship, the two of them in the movie. Like he's very stern,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So and you feel that like the whole time, and you're just like, oh, it's like you're having dinner at your friend's house when he's like got some problems with his parents, and you're just like, oh goodness, I'd like to get this over with.
Right. Damn, I didn't know it was like that. I heard it was a bad movie though, but I haven't seen it. That's crazy.
So what?
Let's see how bad it is.
What artists have influenced your music?
That is a good question. Honestly, so early in my years, like during my high school, college years, I did a lot of dancing. Okay. Like I was part of a dance team. I actually was part of this. I actually joined this website called Dance Jam at the time. It was actually run by MC Hammer.
Very cool.
Ironically enough. But he had made a website where people could just upload videos for contests and meet artists and stuff. And so I actually did one of the contests and was able to go meet T-Pain.
Oh, awesome.
And try to be a backup dancer and stuff. Didn't work out, which I honestly think was better for me at the time, because that's when I kind of really got into the studio vibe. He actually took us into the studio with him while he was working on one of the songs.
That must have been really cool.
Yep, and he showed us the Freaknik, a snippet of the Freaknik video movie thing he did. Have you seen it?
I have not, but that's awesome though. You got a little sneak peek. Got to go in. Was it his studio? Or was it just like?
It was called the Hit Spot. It's the Hit something. I want to say the Hit Spot. But it's a popular studio in Miami, where Lil Wayne and a lot of just people of that stature kind of record there.
What is your creative process when you get in the studio?
My creative process is it depends. It really starts with the beat.
Yeah.
For me. So whether I'm trying to work on a beat myself or whether it's jumping on some a producer's beat who's showing me some. It all starts with that. As soon as I'm able to hear it and create a kind of emotional, spiritual kind of vibe to it, you know what I mean? It really comes alive, and then it's just really taking what you get from that, cutting some edges and.
Do you prefer making your own beats, or do you prefer getting a beat from somebody else?
Well, the entire reason I even got into beat making was because I couldn't find beats that really grab me like how, you know, they would when I make them, or lately how I've been coming across producers who've been making kind of more my lane stuff. It was hard for me to find a beat I would like. So I just was like, once I was in the basement, my studio had his own little pad. I was like, you know, that was enough for me to kind of see exactly thinking of what I wanted and coming to life and being able to, you know, appreciate that, kind of understanding what the level for that is and why I wasn't feeling that with other people's beats. You know what I mean? So, but lately there's been a couple people like Naj the Great, somebody, you know, y'all actually interviewed her. She has some sick beats, you know, she produces and stuff, and where I'm actually gonna be working with her.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm trying to create a single, you know, get a banger out of that, you know. So there's some people I've been working with lately who have been, you know, coming with some heat. So it's just, you know, starting with the beat and then killing shit from there.
So where can everyone find your music and follow you on?
So I'm actually on all platforms. You can get this project on all platforms, Apple Music, you know, Spotify, everything. And I got some more singles coming out. I got 2 more singles. I Just Want to Party and Joker Boy Circus. I don't know why it always escapes me. Joker Boy Circus.
Do you have release dates for those?
You said what?
Release dates for those?
They're both coming out on the 15th.
Gotcha.
The December 15th, 2020. And I got a music video coming out for Joker Boy Circus later on in the month before the end of the year. Just don't have a specific date on that yet. But it is done and just waiting on timing.
All right.
But yeah. Well, so, yeah, that's good. And all my social media is at Joker Boy Rocks. Exactly how it sounds with a Z. JOKERBOYROCKZ. And yeah.
Well, it was great talking with you, Joker Boy.
Good talks, man. Good talks. I learned a lot of information. I have to
a lot of crazy stuff going on
my
out
head
there.
On this alien stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. We got to keep our eye out. You never know when they're coming.
Facts. Awareness.
Alrighty. Well, this is Booth Talk. See you next week.